Well, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Pitt, and thank to The Economist for inviting me to contribute to a reflection on a theme of utmost importance. While I could not be with you in person in the amazing Nicosia, I'm confident that the atmosphere there is truly inspiring. But, well, let's get into the heart of the subject. The opening scenarios of uncertainty we are facing in these last years are in many ways unprecedented, especially under the profiles linked to the harsh consequences of climate change. We are thus all invited to engage in a wide debate about the imperative for a new economic model focused on the well-being of people and also in a deeper reflection about the dependence of our economies from limited environmental resources. If we look through the lens of the European economy, the goals of sustainability and the net zero industry will be a primary source of competitive advantage as they require technological and social innovation. Here lies the key for holding together competitiveness and inclusion. There is no sustainable economic development without a matching sustainable social growth. And at the same time, no social inclusion intervention can succeed if not backed by a strong and healthy economic environment. Hence, competitiveness and social inclusion can be reconciled. In fact, they are mutually improving, both upskilling and reskilling, as well as including in the job market individuals at risk of marginalization, allows companies to count on a wider pool of better equipped professionals, thus remaining more innovative and competitive. On the other side, enhancing inclusion by fair employment improves the well-being of individuals and consequently of the community as a whole. Within such an interconnected ecosystem, education plays a fundamental role as a catalyst for social fairness, active citizenship and employment, especially since the digital and green transitions impose a daily pace for the demand of new skills in current and future workers of all areas. In this regard, the recent Strategic Foresight report by the European Commission on Sustainability and People Wellbeing emphasizes how reducing the gender gap in STEM is crucial for accelerating research and innovation in green and digital technologies and may potentially lead to an improvement of the European GDP by up to 820 billion euros in 30 years from now. Nevertheless, this can be possible only if adequate policies for including women in STEM are implemented at all levels, starting from the youngest learners up to senior professionals. In a broader sense, a widespread shortage of skills represents a vulnerability in the job market, creating weakness both for the economy and for the cohesion of the social fabric. Therefore, an effective way to bridge the gap is by properly equipping learners and workers with one of the most important skills among all, which is learning to learn, learning for the sake of learning. Here, it is worth mentioning the Sustainable Development Goal 4.7, which recalls the right to acquire skills to promote sustainable development, aiming at increasing the number of young people and adults who have the necessary skills, including technical and vocational skills, for employment and for decent jobs. To this call, answering with the traditional educational tools and perspective is not enough. Shifting to a lifelong learning perspective is definitely pivotal to build a lifelong learning culture capable of crossing generations. A lifelong learning approach is the key to strengthen the ability of individuals, companies, and communities to adapt to an ever-changing world. And it also encourages an open-minded approach and a sense of global responsibility. However, this specific mindset requires a systemic reflection on how to spread and cultivate the so-called life competencies, which are a wide range of skills from communication and critical thinking to digital literacy, empowering individuals with the ability to thrive in unpredictable environments. For this reason, fostering readiness in individuals also means moving towards an intergenerational justice, shaping the opportunities and well-being of current and future generations by covering the gaps left by the past one in terms of economic, social, and environmental resources. Coming to a conclusion, a fair intergenerational relay is indeed something that we at Lifelong Learning Platform continuously advocate for, and that should be at the core of every country's strategy for a sustainable balance. Thank you.